welcome to. We're supposed to do it at the same time.
Are you doing it or am I doing it?
We're supposed to do it at the same time.
Why are we doing it at the same time? That doesn't make any sense.
We talked about this before.
I don't know what you're talking
about. Let's do it at the same time. Let's do it. You ready?
1, 2, 3. Welcome. Welcome everybody. The Card's Subject to Change, where we talk about the what, the where, and the why of professional wrestling. My name is Mark. Yes, that is with 2 Ks. My guest
and Ray.
Not host. My host, co-host,
I'm
Ray.
Your host.
Welcome, everybody. How's it going, Ray?
Good, good. I'm trying to get used to this mic.
I know. We're still figuring out all the technical aspects of WeBeam TV here in lovely Newport Richey. So thank you for joining us for episode 4 of Card Subject to Change.
And if you don't know exactly how beautiful Newport Richey is, you'll see it later in the
We have
commercial.
multiple commercials that show the lovely area of Newport Richey, Florida. All right, let's go right into the news.
All right, so we got
Perfect.
Raw.
Wrong. Yes, it did. All right, so I got to admit this week, I got caught up with work. I didn't watch all the wrestling I should have. I didn't see Raw or SmackDown. So Ray here has the sole responsibility of sharing with me all the goodness that happened on Raw and SmackDown. All right, let's start Monday with Monday Night Raw. What happened on Raw? What's new and noteworthy?
Well, you won't believe this. You won't believe this. It opened with a battle royal.
Ooh, that seems... Why?
I don't know.
Was it for something?
Well,
or?
they showed the battle royal. It just cut straight to it, and the only guy that actually got a televised entrance was Apollo Crews.
So there were like 19 other guys in the ring.
There were 19. They were just sitting there, and then Apollo Crews comes out.
So they sat there for probably the whole commercial break or for the intro to run, and probably the pyro went off and everything.
And it's just like, welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw live from Detroit, and then you see Apollo Crews, and I'm like, oh cool. So they're gonna get this underway.
Okay, so did they telegraph it, and did Apollo Crews go over for this inaugural Raw Battle Royal?
Actually, Darren Young won.
Darren Young, and this is technically his return, isn't it?
It is.
Because they've been doing the Backlund promos.
Yeah, I have a really good feeling he's going to be great again.
That's what we've been seeing week after week, that Bob Backlund is going to make Darren Young great again.
It is pretty awesome. Actually, when they celebrated, Darren Young actually jumped into Backlund's arms, and I'm like, oh my God, he's going to break his back.
Like a baby?
Like a baby. And
he helped...
Because you know Backlund's not going to...
And he held strong? He held him up?
He held him up, yeah.
That's awesome. Good for you, Bob Backlund. Those calisthenics are really helping out.
It is, Hindu squats. It's all about the Hindus.
So Darren Young came back. He's been he's taken a while off.
Yeah.
Comes back right into that. Was that for like a #1 contendership or?
That was actually for a #1 contendership for the Intercontinental title.
Which is held by The Miz.
Yes, and Miz was at ringside the entire time.
Okay.
He cut one of his lame promos. He's like, I'm The Miz and I'm awesome. And that's pretty much all I remember from most of his promos.
So let's see how memorable this Battle Royal was. Do you remember anybody else that was in it? Was the king of Battle Royals Baron Corbin in it?
I think he was. I think he was. To be honest, I'm going to be completely honest, I hate Battle Royals. You know this.
I do. I love them, but you hate them.
I hate multi-man matches aside from a tag match. I don't know why they drive me nuts. If there's more than like 6 people in the ring, I'm like, there's way too many here. Because I mean,
Battle Royals are fun. I like them.
Oh, they're fun to be in. They're fun.
I think they're fun to watch too. Royal Rumble is one of my favorite pay-per-views every year.
Well, that's because they always have like someone almost getting eliminated, doing something creative, like Morrison used to like do the
where he walks on his hands or lands on something.
Would hang on the railing and then jump back to the ring. That was real cool stuff. But like, imagine Royal Rumble without any of the creativity.
Or surprises.
Yeah, there was really no surprise. Except for Darren Young winning. I was surprised that happened.
Oh, good for him. So Darren Young going against, I'm assuming, The Miz at Battleground? Is that what they're going to do? Okay,
yeah, that's
going
the plan.
against The Miz at Battleground for the Intercontinental title. That should be a very interesting matchup. We'll see if Darren Young can step up and take off the icy title from The Miz.
I mean,
the movie star for the star of the Marine 5, The Miz.
I'm sorry, did anyone care about Marine 2 on? Because I had no idea.
No, I didn't know they were up to 5.
I didn't know they were up to 5 either. That surprised me. And then Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins exclusive footage.
Of
Roman Reigns.
Wait, we saw footage of Roman Reigns.
Exclusive footage.
Wait, so wait a minute. So he's suspended, so they had, is it like handy cam footage, or what was it?
No. Actually, what he did is he went up to Stephanie and Shane. He's like, hey, man, I have this exclusive footage. I want to do something. They bantered back and forth a bit, told a few jokes. It was all right. And then he's like, oh, why don't you put that on the Ambrose Asylum? And he's like, no. I need one of those stupid wrestling shows in the middle of an actual wrestling show, too. So he's like, I'm going to make this. It's called The Rollins Report.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
It was pretty stupid.
Okay, and did he,
We'll get to that later. There's more.
Oh, wait, so that was just the teaser going into the Rollins Report.
Yeah, they're like, oh, man, I really want to hear Roman Reigns talk.
Oh, God.
That's the grabber.
All right.
Awful.
All right, so what came after that then? We'll come back to the Rollins
They
report.
showed a little bit about Brock. You actually saw the fight on UFC,
Yeah,
right?
it was way more competitive than I expected. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be a first-round knockout by Brock.
Yeah.
Went 3 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they showed a little bit of the fight, Brock on top of the dude and all that. And then afterwards, they're like, wait till you hear what he has to say about his match upcoming with Randy Orton at SummerSlam.
All right, so
I'm
they're
like,
kind of working it up.
I'm
All
like,
right.
this guy's going to cut a promo.
We're going to hear Brock Lesnar on the microphone.
It's just Brock, swollen eye and all. He's just sitting there and he's like, I'm pretty busy this month. I guess I'll be wrestling Randy Orton at SummerSlam. And then boom, cut, and that's it. They're like, that's what he said. Oh my God. And I'm like,
So I like how Brock Lesnar's enthusiasm about that match matches mine.
yeah, they played it again on SmackDown though.
So was it him like in the UFC locker room,
It's
like
just
after
him.
his fight?
It was at a press conference after the fight.
Oh, so he
was
mentioned
just- yeah.
WWE at UFC, and they're trying to turn that into a much
Yeah.
larger thing.
Yeah, they're trying.
Okay.
They're trying.
That's nice to give that a whole segment of the show just for that.
And then after that, Zack Ryder actually went up to Rusev in person and said, "Hey man, I challenge you for that belt there, that U.S. title."
Oh,
So you're
very
like,
straightforward.
Very straightforward. And then he got jumped by Sheamus. And he's
All
like,
right.
He's like, "No, you're wrestling me, fella." That's like a British accent, but whatever. It's as good as I can do on
It's
at
Wade
the
Barrett,
moment.
Sheamus, mishmash.
Yeah, it's awful.
All right.
But Sheamus versus Ryder.
All right.
So many boots.
So many boots.
So many
You
boots.
got broad kicks and broski
Brogue
boots.
kicks and broski boots, missing left and right. It was an all right match. I mean, for the most part. I really do think Ryder's he's a good worker, and I
really
really
is.
do appreciate his work. But after that, like Rusev actually jumps Ryder after the match, gets him in a rear naked, and just yells at the top of, "I accept your challenge! I accept your challenge!" For like
Challenge.
2 minutes.
So was it the Rusev where he does a camel clutch and then leans all the way back and does like
might
the
have,
full
I don't
extension?
know. I want to be honest, I don't pay attention to Rusev much.
I like Rusev.
He's all right. I mean,
He's the Bulgarian brute.
he is. He's quite brutish.
Yes, the
is.
brutish. All right. So what came after our U.S. title? So I'm assuming it's Rusev versus Zack Ryder at Battleground as well.
Yeah, that's
So
the
do you
idea.
think it's the fact where like Battleground's 2 weeks away and we have no matches?
Yeah,
So
they
we're going to
decided
establish everything in one night.
This is the last.
We have
I
2
assume-
matches for an 8-match pay-per-view. What the
this
hell
is-
are we going to do?
Yeah, and then they're going into the draft, which is going to steal a lot. But yeah, I mean, but there was after that they did have the Breezango Lucha Dragons match, which was.
I liked all the
actually-
guys in that match.
It
But
was actually it was good.
it was good?
It was
all
actually
right, good.
good.
I'm ready to go back and watch it then.
It was fast. It was a TV time match. It was
Uh-huh.
good though. I mean, the finish I actually thought was cool. He took what's his name?
Kalisto?
Kalisto went up to him. He did the up and over.
Kind of the boost,
Yeah,
the
he
lucha
landed-
boost.
He landed on the buckle, so he's on the middle buckle. He reached underneath, curled Kalisto's head in, and kind of rung him up on the buckle,
Oh, wow.
and then super kicked him.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
then rolled him up afterwards. It was actually cool. I was
That
like,
is cool.
"Oh,
I like
man."
that.
Yeah, it was actually.
Okay.
I was like,
Good for you, Breezango.
well, they've been having like really good matches. Their SmackDown match was also really good, but like, it really is a feud based on a hey, what's that joke? And then he slapped the water in his face. Like these guys are
and
gonna
that
go
sets
at it
up
for
the whole
months
thing,
now.
man.
Yeah, 2 throwaway tag teams. But I mean, they're really taking advantage of it, especially Breezango. They're really. I feel so weird saying Breezango.
They don't have the best tag team name, but
No.
they're trying, man. They're trying.
The greatest tag teams never have good names,
All right.
except for New Day.
New Day, yes. Fresh Coat of Paint was the original name of the New Day, for those of you who don't know. Their tag team name was supposed to be a Fresh Coat of Paint. That's ridiculous. Okay, what came up next?
The Rollins report.
The Rollins report.
Debut of the Rollins report.
I'm intrigued by this.
Now, this was the exclusive footage, which wasn't very good. So it was just Rollins, basically, suit and tie, just sitting there interviewing Roman Reigns, and it was kind of a back and forth where he just cut in like other interviews of Roman Reigns.
So it's old footage, like
Yeah.
chopped in?
Yeah, it's something very
Oh my
reminiscent
God.
of something like Jericho would do. I mentioned this earlier. I love Seth Rollins. I think he's very good. Honestly, when I first saw Shield, I was like, why isn't Seth Rollins by himself? Like
Yeah.
that's immediately what I saw. And like in this, he's not. Jericho would make things funny like this because of his delivery. Mm-hmm. He would over animated, kind of funny. Whereas Seth Rollins is kind of just there.
Was it like really dry and kind of
it was
cerebral,
super-
just kind of?
It was super dry, and even the crowd wasn't reacting. And there was such a almost like such a sharp like boo or a sharp laugh after certain things that it sounded like it was almost piped in.
Oh my God. And then,
Yeah.
All right, we got 1 minute. So what happened for the rest of Monday Night Raw?
Oh, there was more. Dean Ambrose actually came out. They cut a promo on each other. Dean Ambrose actually cut a very good promo.
Happy to hear it.
Nope, it was actually quite honest. It was how the company was always behind, or not behind him, but how he basically, held the company up and that he was actually their main attraction, and now they're fully realizing this. It was actually really cool. So then he's like, let's do, you know what? I'm sick of your crap, Rollins. Let's just do this one-on-one match now.
Okay.
So they're like, oh, it's going to happen. But no. Rollins rolls out of the ring and says, no, it's going to be on my time. So they're actually going to do it on the next Raw coming up. So it's going to be in Rhode Island.
Perfect. All right. I'm going to cut you off right there. We're going to go ahead and head to break. Thank you for watching Card Subject to Change. We'll be right back.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
Welcome back to Card Subject to Change. We're dead center right in the middle of the news while Ray explains to me everything that happened on Monday Night Raw, and I'm on the literal edge of my seat.
So much on Raw, so much
He took
on Raw.
notes. He's telling me everything that happened because I didn't watch it. So, what else happened after the Rollins report on Monday Night Raw?
So then it went into the Cesaro versus Kevin Owens match.
Which is always good, I'm assuming.
Oh my God, it's amazing. It's always amazing. Cesaro actually threw Owens around. What's his name?
The guy, with the
commentator,
hair.
the commentator, the Southern dude that wears the cowboy hat.
Jim Ross?
No, the other one. The other one, Bradshaw.
Bradshaw,
was like,
okay.
He's like, oh, he's throwing him around like a bag of sugar. I'm like, what? So sometimes I watch the show and I hear him say something stupid, and I'm just like, ooh.
I think he says stupid things just to see if anybody's paying attention.
I I stopped paying attention to Bradshaw a long time ago. I couldn't even remember his name.
Okay. So
All right,
other than
Cesaro
Bradshaw
versus Kevin
using
Owens.
okay.
So basically, Zayn came out to actually do commentary on the match. This made me laugh because of something that happened to us. He's like, I'm not going down there. Kevin Owens was talking to Stephanie McMahon. No, it's an unsafe work environment. So he refused to go down there, it was awesome. And then
You just got to watch out for those unsafe work environments, man.
I
You
mean,
you can't take those bookings.
You don't know. Yeah,
You got to look out for yourself. It's your own body that you're putting on the
yeah.
line every time.
or someone else. But yeah. So the refs come down and escort Zayn back to the locker room. Just 4 refs. Not security
Just
guards.
come on, man. Let's go.
Just 4 little middle-aged dudes come out and like escort Sami Zayn to the backs. To
the backs.
All the backs. All the way to the backs.
All the backs.
All the way to the backs.
Okay.
So basically, they go back and forth. Cesaro and Kevin Owens have an incredible match. It's back and forth, bing, 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 bing. Zayn actually jumps Kevin Owens from the crowd. So Kevin Owens actually goes over. He did a different move this week. He did it like a reverse RKO. He had the guy set up on the corner and basically had him in like a burning hammer position, and then just sat back and did like a neck breaker.
Oh, cool.
So like something new from Kevin Owens. And
All
I'm
right.
like, oh, well.
6th move of doom.
And
All right,
then
perfect.
Zayn just jumps over the railing, lands on him, like he just out of the crowd. So he went,
Like there was a trampoline on the other side of the barrier, and he just leaps over it.
So that whole match, Sami Zayn went outside of the building and ran across all the way to the back of the building.
He did a huge lap and all the way around and back in.
Ran all the way down the stairs and jumped on Kevin Owens. At least that's the way I like to imagine it, because that's awesome. It makes me like Sami Zayn even more. After that, he jumps him, throws him back in, and he actually got the big swing from Cesaro.
Perfect.
So it kind of looked like they set up something like some kind of potential for maybe a tag match at the end. They're staring each other down and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. I think did they do it on SmackDown? Yeah, they did. They did. Oh, no, actually, it was a different tag match entirely.
All right, you got 1 minute to explain the rest of Monday Night Raw to me.
AJ Styles cuts a promo, says, hey, we're going to beat up John Cena.
Perfect.
Heath Slater versus Titus O'Neil. To be honest, if it wasn't for the bumping, I'd think I was watching the match on mute. Like there was absolutely
There's no noise whatsoever?
No sound from the crowd, almost at all.
So you just hear everybody getting up and getting popcorn. That's probably the only sound that you're hearing.
Yeah, and then you hear like a...
So they're just sitting around waiting for the main event. Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the main event?
Well, the main event was actually... I didn't even watch that far. What was it? Was it AJ Styles something? I don't remember.
All right.
Doesn't matter. I just
Great. Thanks for not watching the entire show.
Wyatt family.
Wyatt family compound. In 1 minute, explain to me this compound match.
They went down to the property line. They were like, hey, we're going to fight. They did a bunch of crappy editing. They put like a stupid dust and scratch effect with a sepia tone on it.
It sounds very familiar.
It just sounds, it was awful.
It was basically what they did last week on TNA.
It was basically the same thing, only TNA did it better.
Oh
TNA,
my God.
It was actually
Grab that clip. Ray just said TNA did it better.
TNA did it better. It's like watching a car crash. You actually wanted to watch it. You're like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't be looking at this. But this, it was completely stuped.
Well, I see on your sheet of paper, there's a bunch of bullet points, and the last bullet point is dumb, underlined twice.
And it's not hashtag, but it's got an asterisk next to it.
Perfect. All right, so that was Monday Night Raw in a nutshell. Now, we got a lot of flack for just playing bad wrestling matches on the show, so we've taken your feedback. We're actually, this week, going to play a good one.
You got slack for that?
We got slack for that. So, this week's match is brought to you by Uproar Pro Wrestling. It is Cruiserweight Classic competitor Rich Swann taking on Rome, Jason Falcone, and Oliver Kane. Enjoy the match.
But I'm sorry, we had no idea that this was going to happen. I'm very familiar with Rich Swann, and I am excited he's here.
I am too there, Justin. But you cannot overlook some of these other competitors.
No,
now
and I'm not.
Now that they know Rich Swann is in this match,
and I'm not,
he now has a target on his head.
And I'm not, you're right, he does have a target on his head. And it's not a foregone conclusion. Don't get my excitement confused with confidence that Rich Swann will walk out the victor in this match. That's not the case. I just know I'm confident we're about to see one heck of a match, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, that it is, Justin. And now we got a little bit of a dance-off between Rich Swann
and Rome right there with a double clothesline. He's not in there to dance. He's in there to fight.
And Mr. Opportunity himself, Jason Falcone, coming in with those elbows.
Shot after shot there, forearms, elbows, kicks. That's a big man, Jason Falcone. Be careful.
That's going to take a lot more than that. You need to brush up on your protein shakes to lift a man of Rome's stature up.
Maybe a little help. Look at this. Yeah, Rich Swann, he sees what's happening. Can they do it?
Maybe both these men can do it. No, they're struggling, Justin.
That's a big man.
I don't think they're going to be able to get him up.
I don't know if he can. No. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Lifting Jason Falcone and Rich Swann up and over by himself.
Double suplex courtesy of Rome. And I told you guys, he may be a fresh face, but he's definitely somebody you better keep an eye on. Rome is one heck of a competitor. And right there, Jason Falcone just lost about 2 pounds.
Oh my goodness, what agility out of Big Lusty himself. Did you see
Behind him, he caught him in midair.
Oliver Kane being snatched out of the air by Big Rome.
Starsmore's incensed on the outside. Big slam.
There's a kaiju driver on a Rome, and he catches a double super kick out of Rich Swann and Jason Falcone.
The referee's hand was coming down for the 3 count just in time. Falcone and Swann stop and break up that pinfall up and over. Rome pulls down that top rope. Nice smarts there. Now he's the only man in the... No, he's not. No, he's not. He is not. Don't you do it. Oh, my God, he's going for it.
This big man is
Look at this. Wow.
Rome was about to hit that tope suicida.
I was scared.
Jason Falcone and Rich Swann catching him with a super kick. And now Mr. Opportunity looking to seize this opportunity.
Swann's got Rome on the outside.
District coming down with that vicious elbow from the top.
There is carnage everywhere right now. Boy, did this thing get all hot and heavy right from the start.
It looks like a sadistic car crash out there. There are just bodies everywhere.
And Starsmore, all he can do is stay out of the way. He's looking pretty cocky and confident right now. And Oliver Kane gets in the ring with Swann.
Just stopping him does Kane. Rich Swann looks a little irritated by that, though. And the dance
now I think we're going to continue how we started with the dance competition between Oliver Kane.
Oliver Kane just got served.
He did get served. Yeah, you see, no, wait a minute. He's giving it back. Oh, and then he get a little bit of the swivel hips there, too.
Both
these guys
taking out Rome
bound and determined to have themselves a dance-off. But now, Oliver Kane trying to get back to business.
Trying to get a German suplex on Rich Swann, but Rich Swann wising up to it, hits him with those elbows. Throws off, trying for that DDT. Kane grabbing him, flips through, does Rich Swann.
Look at the agility of these two. Turn around. Yep.
Oh, got caught. Diving, jumping up DDT out of Rich Swann.
All it took, 1 second for Oliver Kane to take his eyes off of Rich Swann. And now Falcone taking the opportunity, and now he's in control.
Jason Falcone setting up with a nice snap suplex out of him. Now Big Lusty himself, Rome, getting in the ring. And you've got to wonder, I can't help but go back to what you said about Aaron Agney looking for these big men to help him in his battle against Sever. And look at that! Roaming elbow out of Rome!
You know what?
Connected.
Now that I see her and think about it, Rome is the man that actually took Aaron Agney's spot in this match. What if Rome is one of those big burly men? Maybe he's why Agney's not here tonight.
It's all pure speculation, ladies and gentlemen. We're just trying to put the pieces together the best we can. Here you see Oliver Kane going for a kick to the midsection. Rich Swann catching it.
Kane took out one of the legs. That's an easy way to get your man down to the mat. But look at that. Kane catches him on the comeback.
And diving through, catching him on that bottom rope. And now you see
like somewhat of a clothesline maneuver.
Oliver Kane now just showboating on the outside as Jason Falcone gets into position.
Now, how many times? Now, that is 2 times now that I've, at least, that I can think here in the last couple minutes, that Oliver Kane has gotten caught because he's been too busy looking elsewhere other than where he should be paying attention, and that's on the match.
Rich Swann flipping over, allowing for that amazing
Here comes Rome!
And Rome diving down, 1, 2!
And a last second.
Swann just kicks him with that vicious kick to the side of the head.
Last second save by Rich Swann, and Starsmore out there holding to his side of the face. I think Kane got kicked so hard that Starsmore felt it.
And you hear this crowd becoming unglued. They're chanting for him, Rich Swann, all night long.
Oh my! What a knockout punch by Rome, lifting Rich Swann up into the air, and as he came down, that was one shot with the right hand.
That was one vicious elbow by Rome. Now, Jason Falcone catching a lariato. Now,
What is
Evan
this? Starsmore's up on the apron.
Referee doing the best he can to try to get him off there.
Referee Justin Toller trying to get Starsmore down. Here comes. If I were Starsmore, I'd be getting out of Dodge right now. Here comes Rome. That's smart. That is smart, Starsmore getting out.
And look at that, twisting Enziguri. Oliver Kane catching the roll-up on Rich
Pull the
Swann.
tights. Kane gets it with the pull the tights.
Oliver Kane got the victory after the roll-up and pulling up the tights.
I don't know. We don't have monitors here. I don't know if the camera angle got it, but fans, I can tell you we saw clearly right here from the commentating position Oliver Kane with the pull of the tights to get the 3 count on Rich Swann.
And you gotta believe Evan Starsmore is extremely happy with the outcome of that match. These two gentlemen are going to the back and hitting the pay window.
Oh, now they're going to dance their way all the way back to the locker room, right in front of Rich Swann. How about that? Boy, I'll tell you what, Rich Swann, Rich Swann's going to have that stuck in his craw for some time. He's not going to forget about that.
What a debut here out of Rich Swann and Jason Falcone and Rome. Just one heck of a 4-way melee, ladies
Now
and
look, the
gentlemen.
fans, I think they want to do some more dancing because an all night long chant has started here in the Verizon Center. Our remaining 3 competitors here, Jason Falcone, Rome, Rich Swann. Nice sportsmanlike competition between.
Shit like that anymore, Justin.
You see a lot more of what you saw here with Starsmore and Kane.
Great to see that it is alive and well here at Uproar Pro Wrestling.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
Welcome back to Card Subject to Change. We are joined here by Josh from WeBeam TV and Nerd Talk TV right here on WeBeam TV. And he's going to act as our moderator because this week we're going to do the mock WWE draft. I myself am going to represent SmackDown. Ray's going to represent Raw. And apparently he's drafted a cat as his first pick. Is that correct?
That's not any cat though. That's Panther.
That's Panther?
Yeah.
Is this your kitty cat?
That's the evil steed of destruction.
Oh, he's scratching me. Work the camera.
This is my cat.
Work the camera, kid. Work the camera.
All right, so basically we're going to do the mock draft today.
Yeah.
The rules are we're going to pick a babyface and a heel in each of the categories in the WWE. And we have each of us can choose one person to bring back from either WWE's past or somebody who's never been with WWE.
But just one. One for each.
Just one for each. So
you can't just bring back a guy for every single
So you're not
category.
doing predictions of the actual draft. You're just kind of doing your own mock draft.
like if we were in charge, who
so
would we
if I
pick?
wanted King Kong Bundy, I could pick King Kong Bundy.
You could,
If I were
but you would get
Yeah.
King Kong Bundy now, not then, because he tried to pick Eddie Guerrero. So
What are you gonna do with a pile of bones?
Wait, what did you say? Who would I pick?
Eddie Guerrero. That cat is going to jump backwards off here. Okay, so let's get
I
started.
would
We're going
I
to do the
would choose Eddie
draft.
All
Guerrero.
right, let's do the draft.
Let's go first.
We can resurrect.
Our moderator, Josh,
Yes,
go
I'm
ahead and give us our
moderator.
first category.
It's general manager
Okay, so I'll go ahead and go first since he's preoccupied
with the evil Lord of Destruction.
with the evil Lord of Destruction.
His battle steed.
For WWE SmackDown, Tuesday SmackDown Live, I would pick Daniel Bryan as my general manager.
Daniel Bryan is your general.
Oh.
Yes, good. Look at that handsome gentleman right there. He's got great. SmackDown, I think,
got a
more or
great
less is
beard.
going to be the babyface show of the two.
Yeah.
So might as well get somebody very popular, has a very good following.
He's still over.
Yes, just the overall aura of the show. I
A little
think
bit.
you
Just
can
a-
see
just a
going
little bit
forward.
over.
All right, enough with the cat. As you're going to see going forward is, I have a very younger. The show is going to be very younger and very Daniel Bryan-like. It's going to be a lot of guys that he kind of paved the way for.
If one of you guys pick Kofi Kingston for any of this stuff, I will walk.
I got
off
better. I got better than Kofi.
All right, so
Is that it?
Yeah.
Kofi?
Coffee Kingston.
Coffee Kingston. All right, Ray. For
Vanilla
Monday Night Raw,
caramel
who would be
creamer.
your pick for general manager?
Who would be my pick? R-Truth.
Now,
He's
I'm
enter-
jealous of your pick.
yeah,
I thought I had the
He's
best
that's a
pick.
really good pick.
He's entertaining.
Yeah, he's probably one of the most entertaining guys.
Oh,
on the entire
man.
roster, on either roster, to be honest.
He is entertaining, and I mean, you could do the whole little Jimmy thing. I mean, it's amazing. Just imagine
would
that
be-
guy.
all right.
Imagine that guy in a suit.
I'd like to see a program with him.
He doesn't have to wear a suit. He just suit jacket and then the airbrush jeans underneath every
Oh,
week.
airbrush suit. Oh,
He looked
my-
like Jimmy Hart.
That would be like a full-on like Jimmy Hart suit, but it would. Oh, that'd be so awesome. I'm a genius.
All right, Josh. So if you had to pick, who do you think would win this? Who had the better pick out of the two of us?
Hands down.
Darn it! All right, fine.
I mean, R-Truth is just, I've seen him live a couple of times, and like literally
He does-
on house shows,
he does
was
this
like the
thing.
best dude on the show.
I didn't even think of R-Truth.
Yeah.
I thought I had a solid pick with Daniel Bryan,
that's an
which I still
excellent
believe
pick.
is a solid pick, but you trumped me with this
Well,
one.
that's the pick they're gonna go with, but you know they're not geniuses. So
They're not as smart as you, that's
No,
for sure.
no.
All
We're
right.
talking about, what's his name from Scooby-Doo? He played, the writer guy, Freddie Prinze.
Yeah.
Is that the genius you're speaking of right now?
oh my God, yeah.
I don't- no, he doesn't work there anymore.
He still writes. Yeah.
He still does?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
He's like a bigwig.
Oh, my God. All right, so
right,
let's
next-
move on to the next category. What's the next category?
Cruiserweight division.
Cruiserweight division.
Yes.
I guess, Ray, since you won,
You get to go first, dude.
who would you
All right.
pick as your babyface? Who would be your
My
babyface?
babyface, the guy we watched in the last match a few minutes ago, actually, Rich Swann.
Rich Swann
Rich
as your
Swann.
babyface. It's a solid.
So,
So-
you could pull from developmental then? Because
Is that your one pull-in, right?
That would be my pull-in, yeah.
That's his
pull-in,
pull-in
yeah.
from
That's
somewhere
my,
else.
that's not
he
my,
is,
yeah.
He is WWE employed, but he's,
Yeah,
he's
but he's
in,
not
what,
on the main
NXT
roster.
or
I mean, look at that
NXT.
handsome man on the screen
Look at
right
that,
there.
Look at that hair.
Very reminiscent of Kofi Kingston.
Okay. It's an interesting pick because you're picking somebody younger, somebody less
Yeah.
experienced,
Yeah.
but you're going to make him the face of your Cruiserweight division. Okay. See, for me, I would pick Kalisto just for merchandising purposes, and I think he can get a real solid push. His U.S. title run was fantastic, and
Yeah.
if they do bring back a Cruiserweight title, I really think he's the guy they should kind of showcase this whole thing around.
I mean, they could, but the way they're, honestly, like the way they have him right now with, what's his name? Lucha Dragons.
Sin Cara.
Sin Cara.
Oh,
it's
yeah, Sin Cara. Mystico.
Mystico. I mean,
No, he's not Mystico anymore. That guy left, and they put somebody else
the
into
real Sin Cara left
Yes.
and went and resumed being Mystico
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
in Mexico. as well.
yeah, I mean, he's great. They're great. They're great together, actually, but they're not really
Most
pushing
exciting
him singly.
division, dude.
Yeah.
I remember WCW days, man. They were tearing it
That's
up.
what made me love
That's
wrestling.
what made Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
That's
And
my
Billy-
favorite
Billy
wrestler.
Kidman and a few other guys.
Yeah, so
It was-
I really hope
1,
they.
2, 3 Kid, right? Six pack.
Yes.
X-Pac.
I hope at the end of this whole Cruiserweight Classic thing that they do actually bring back a Cruiserweight title, because
Why
that would
not?
excite me. They have
Yeah.
a solid roster. Obviously, we see who our picks are.
And it gives midgets like us a shot to like.
There we go.
Make it to the WWE. You know.
5'8" and under. We got to get a chance.
5'8" and under.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5'10" just to kind of boost,
Just to boost our
Well,
confidence.
it is a
Hold-
wrestling show.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold
you
on.
always build yourself.
There has to be
always-
some embellishment. I mean,
Yeah, you always build yourself 2
I'm
inches
actually
taller.
285.
2 inches taller, about 10 to 20 pounds heavier. That's what you always
All right.
you always bully yourself that way.
So
He's like 6 foot then.
So on the baby
Well,
face,
no, they say he's 5'6".
but he's not five. He's
He's
5'3".
like 5'2",
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So you got Rich Swann as your baby face. Who would you have as your heel?
Brian Kendrick.
Brian Kendrick.
Yes.
That's a really interesting choice. He's in the Cruiserweight Classic as well.
Yeah, and he's proved that he can be a heel. I mean, he had that run in WWE with, the white leather jacket.
The Brian Kendrick.
The Brian Kendrick. I
Okay.
actually enjoyed that. He was more of an aggressive cruiserweight.
I
thought
like that a
really
lot. He
cool.
was very entertaining, and
Yeah.
he's such a cool guy to just
Yeah.
listen to him talk. I think is just amazing.
Are you talking about his stories about being abducted by aliens?
Yes.
Or- Yes.
That's what I mean by interesting.
But it is insanely, and I love aliens. So Brian Kendrick, I mean, why wouldn't I
I
pick
don't
him?
love aliens.
Okay, so
They eat cows and they probe things,
my heel pick would be my favorite
They eat
cruiserweight from
we
the.
eat cows.
but they probe things.
That's true.
We do too sometimes. Okay, so my heel pick. My heel pick would be somebody else. My bring back would be Tajiri, somebody who was very prominent in the cruiserweight division when it was large on SmackDown in the mid 2000s. I love Tajiri. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all
Isn't he
time.
back
Mine
in
too.
All Japan right now?
He went back to All Japan. He's
New
actually in the
New
Cruiserweight Classic right now. He's going to
Japan.
participate in
Is it
that.
New Japan?
The
Oh,
next
okay.
the next rounds he's going to be in, actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm super
And
excited.
he's the
about
person
that.
I'm most excited
I'm
about in
glad
the
he's still
tournament.
wrestling too.
Yeah, and he moves just as quick as he used to.
Oh yeah, he hasn't
I mean,
slowed
it's
down at
not been
all.
that long, 7 years, dude.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's not like he was 40 back then. We're not talking about Ric Flair and his bike.
I can't tell how old he is. He could be 22. He could be 42. I can't tell.
Ric Flair was like born a senior citizen, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
I remember thinking, who's this old dude? It's like 85.
But he's awesome.
Woo! Rocky Space Mountain, baby.
All right, so let's
All right.
go. Let's go to our next selection.
Wait, I get to pick the winner.
Oh yeah. Who do you?
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so who? Kalisto and Tajiri, or
I gotta go with Kalisto and Tajiri.
yes?
Okay. I'm a big Luchador fan. Kalisto's a throwback, basically.
I love Kalisto. He's
Tajiri
awesome.
Has just always been awesome. And plus the guy you picked, that little pretty looking dude.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, we have enough with Dolph Ziggler. And who's the other guy with the freaking selfie guy? I forget his name.
Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I saw that guy live and I was like, I just want to break his selfie stick.
So you're saying we got enough pretty in wrestling? We need
Yes.
some more ugly
we
luchadors.
need Moondog spot back.
Well, you're working on it one day at a time.
That's why I look like a bushwhacker.
All right,
man.
let's go to our next one.
All right,
Which
the
is-
next one is the mid card selections, face or heel.
Basically, so this would be like the Intercontinental title / US
Yeah.
title kind of scene.
Yeah.
TV
title.
Basically. So I'll go first since I won the last
Alright.
round. My pick for babyface will be Cesaro. Cesaro is great at everything he does. He is awesome. Look at that handsome man on the screen right there.
You know what? It doesn't matter who you pick because I'm going to say Cesaro.
He has a tearaway suit for his entrance.
And he's like the pound for pound, the strongest guy in the WWE.
For anybody who doesn't like Cesaro, just watch from the last ladder match where he springboarded off the ladder onto the second rope and did the
European uppercut.
twirling
He's an
European
amazing
uppercut.
athlete.
No, he is. He's incredible. But I got two good ones right here too.
All right,
All
then
right, let's hear him.
let's see who you got.
Wait, you didn't give me your heel. You didn't give your heel yet.
Yeah,
No, we
you
go
got
back and forth. I did my baby face. You do your baby face.
Oh, okay.
Let's change it in a second.
my baby
All right.
face.
That's how we've done it.
Sami Zayn.
Oh,
Sami
okay.
Zayn.
Cesaro for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
come
like
on.
Sami Zayn. I mean, he's one.
Hey, you know women
Look
exist
at
in
him.
this?
Yeah, they're
Are we
on
gonna
here.
get to a women's division?
That's next.
All
Look
right,
at your
sweet,
run
yeah.
sheet, man.
That's
all
the
right.
best division, to be honest.
That's my favorite division. All right, Sami Zayn, solid pick. I got to say Cesaro though, man. I like my pick. All right.
I'm telling you, Sami Zayn.
For
Sami Zayn
heel-
can pull- yeah.
Somebody who a matchup we talked about earlier. Two people I could watch wrestle every day of the week and not get bored with it. Kevin Owens. If I had Cesaro versus Kevin Owens for whatever my mid-card title is.
I like Kevin Owens a lot.
He found his niche, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, look at him. Nobody ever thought he would make it to WWE with that kind of physique.
Exactly. Him and Bray Wyatt are like the two fat guys that just, blow
And-
the house up every
Exactly.
time.
the fat guys that blow your house up every time.
You're not supposed to acknowledge my jokes, man.
I can't help it. Like,
Go right over them.
holy crap! It's Kevin
so
Owens.
who's your
I
heel?
hope he's not gonna blow my house up. My heel is actually Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, okay.
Dolph
Ooh,
Ziggler.
man, that's
Dolph
a tough
Ziggler.
choice. Because they're both really good, but Dolph, I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
so
leaning a little more towards
Sammy.
Dolph, to be honest.
Okay, so Sammy and Dolph, or Cesaro and Kevin Owens. What match would you rather
Well,
see?
he said he's like Sammy and Dolph.
Yeah.
Or Cesaro.
Or Kevin Owens and
Can I
Cesaro.
just mix it up and say Cesaro versus Dolph? Because that would be like the match of the year.
Have we ever seen
That
that
would be
before? I don't think
awesome.
I've ever seen that
That would
match.
be a match of the year.
That would be awesome.
Because Dolph can work with anybody. And make
It's
it look
absolutely
good.
true.
He oversells too, which is really funny. Like in a Ric Flair or Mr. Perfect type way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you barely touch him and he does backflips across the ring.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And Cesaro is like a mega strong. Like they pull him. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know
he would
why.
sell it.
I think he's
He
technically.
would sell the tough guy or the powerhouse.
Yeah.
The Lex Luger.
There are rumors of like
I
weightlifting
said
competitions in the
I
back.
said
and-
Lex Luger. Like,
That's
why
all
is
right.
that guy ever mentioned on wrestling ever again? Like, I feel ashamed to be sitting here right now.
We always need a good Lex Luger reference on the show.
yeah.
So that's awesome.
There hasn't been enough.
Like Cesaro is.
The total package.
He is the total package. We need to send him a note saying you should change your
Wait,
name to the
isn't
total
there a
package.
chick in WWE right
Cesaro.
now?
Yes, there is
just say
a
that
yes.
right now?
There is a woman.
No, there's a woman in WWE that goes by she has her thing is that she's the total package. Who is
No.
it?
Oh.
Isn't there? I could have swore there was.
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, I don't know.
What were you watching?
I don't know. Maybe I was
He was
watching.
watching Glow.
I was watching. Oh my god, I love
And there are
Glow.
some other really good mid card guys that we
TNA.
didn't mention. Like, all right, if you had a
I love
third pick,
TNA too, but
We'll do a
not
tiebreaker.
Dixie Carter's company.
pick a third person. If you could pick a third person that we didn't list yet, this could be the
Can we
tiebreaker.
pull from anywhere?
We-
Or can
well,
you
we've
pull?
already used our outside pitch, so we got to pull from
Can
the
I-
roster.
Can I pull one?
Who
Big
would you
Boss
pick?
Man.
We can bring him back, right?
So we can have another dog pound from hell match
Yeah.
where the dogs
Zombie-
just crap all over the.
Zombie Big Boss Man. Rest in peace, Big Boss Man.
He was awesome.
Yes.
Now you're looking through your notes to try and find a mid card
I
guy.
am.
He's the guy that you don't want to play chess with.
No, he
Because he'll
thinks
take
about it for
10 years.
20 minutes. Yeah.
No,
He's in strategic mode right now, and I'm sensing dead air. What happens when there's dead air? Josh talks too much.
No, keep talking
Go
because we
ahead,
got to
keep
fill up
going.
all this air.
He's really.
I gotta look things up.
He's cracking
I
his
gotta
knuckles.
look things up.
We were just
All right, we got to go to break after this. So you got to make your pick.
All right, after the break, I'll make a pick.
All right, we'll be right back with more Card Subject to Change and our tiebreaker pick. Thanks for watching.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
Mid-card selections.
Welcome back to Card Subject to Change.
Figured it
Ray, have you figured out what your alternate mid card pick is going to be?
Apollo Crews.
Paulo Cruz is a good one. I'm
We
going to
don't
pick.
have an image of him, though.
We don't have an image because this is last minute. I'm going to pick Zack Ryder because you know what? Zack Ryder gets a lot of shit, but he's really good. He's a solid hand, and
No,
I think
he
they
is,
can use
he
him for
is.
pretty
He's
much
a-
anything.
He's really good. It's just that sometimes he, I just don't see. I think he hit that ceiling, and he's at a point where he can't really.
I think it's time for a gimmick change for him, to be completely honest.
You know what? I wouldn't mind that at all. Yeah.
Because he's done the Jersey Shore thing
The
for like
woo
6
woo.
years.
Well, he's not really Jersey Shore anymore, but he still says all the catchphrases from the Jersey Shore gimmick. So it's
Yeah.
like,
So it's pretty much him with slightly different
Yeah.
gear.
It seems like a watered down John Cena to me.
Yeah, I could see that because he has that vibe to him.
yeah, but at least he can wrestle.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, neither one of us picked John Cena, like the franchise of the company.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I guess.
we're over the age of 6.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know.
All right, so yeah, but our tiebreaker. Who do you think won?
I'm gonna go with Zack Ryder because I agree. With
Yes.
I have to, man, because that guy's been kind of pounding the pavement for a long time, and he's always been on the cusp of being a mid-carder or an upper carder, but he just never kind of makes it. Like, he doesn't get the push I think he deserves.
Yeah.
He's put in a lot of hard work, and I don't really know what's going on with the guy behind the scenes. I don't know. You know, there's always backstage politics and things like that.
He's got to
So
be pissing somebody off because
something is going on. 'Cause
everything keeps getting deflated.
he's really talented.
Well, he's on the
a good
reserve
wrestler.
push, like I mentioned
Yeah,
last week.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's other guys. Like, remember Haku back in the day? Like, he was
Oh,
a
he's
better
one of my
wrestler
favorites.
than the guys that he put over,
Yeah.
but he never got anywhere. So there's something that he's lacking that I think that if he had the proper push and, like you said, a gimmick change, that he could probably get somewhere with
Yeah.
his career.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, if that dude went to, like, TNA or he went to any of these other, like,
Oh, he'd
small
be-
companies,
yeah, he'd be the
their
guy.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem with the WWE is
Yeah.
that there's a buddy system, and the Clique is now running the whole show. So,
Exactly.
you know, if you're not good with what do they even call him now? Is still Triple H? I don't
Yeah,
even
yeah,
know.
he's still
I mean,
Triple
he's
H.
going by Paul Levesque yet.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, drop Triple
Paul
H,
the
bro.
Biscuit
Wait,
is my
he's
favorite.
not really going by Paul Levesque, is he?
I think so.
He should.
When
he
did
should.
that happen?
He should because he's Captain Corporate and
Yeah.
he doesn't need to be wrestling anymore. He doesn't need another belt to his name. And I think he was doing that to break Ric Flair's record.
Yeah.
Which you could do that on your bike. Just get on your
Just
bike.
get on your Ric Flair
And,
bike.
Yeah. If no one gets that joke, Ric Flair, the only working out he ever did, besides drinking and, you know, obviously letting ladies ride Space Mountain, was he had an exercise bike and he just would like pedal on it like a madman. So anyway,
These exercise
but, yeah,
videos must
I gotta
exist.
go with Zack Ryder.
I was gonna say, but the most important part of this is yet another time I win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, man.
Perfect.
Yeah, I get what you're doing. You're trying to put over the younger, newer guys, but like some of these vets, man. I mean, come on, dude. It's like Goldust never getting over.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
You know,
but
Goldust
it's still,
has
I
like
mean,
always been the he's a tool for somebody else.
I
Like,
might start pulling the race card here. 'Cause,
Ugh. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna take advantage of this since I won this last
I'm
category.
Mediterranean, bro. Like,
I get to pick first for our next category, which is the women's category, and I'm gonna pick my babyface pick, and it's something
I
that's
got you.
way overdue.
I got you beat.
Bailey. Bailey would be my pick for my face of my women's division. Because I think that is a solid choice. She's going to sell the most merchandise. She's the most likable. Great in-ring work. Way
I mean,
overdue.
You really can't argue with that. She is gonna like.
She's
that-
going to be the
that's money.
female John Cena, but with a better
That's
work
money.
rate.
yeah, she is a better wrestler. Man.
No, just don't compare anyone to John Cena, please.
Does anyone realize that John Cena is like the perfect culmination of Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior? Like,
Yeah.
Like if they like got
In-
in the car
in
right
jean
now, that
shorts.
would be-
Yeah, only less talented.
And more Jordans
Wait a
and
second.
sneakers.
Did he just say that the Ultimate Warrior was more talented than
Yes.
John Cena?
Yes.
You serious?
Actually, I do believe that
He
as
had
well.
less
Yeah.
moves, bro. He had like 3 moves. It was a clothesline.
But his
and a
3
gorilla
moves were
splash.
better than John
I'm
Cena's
sorry,
5
what?
moves.
Yeah,
What's
that's
John
true.
Cena's 3
The
moves?
Ultimate
It's
Warrior is my favorite wrestler, but I admit he was
But he's
not
got-
a very good
Getting,
worker.
getting
got the
blown up,
lazy-
tearing his shoulder on like a hip toss and the FU.
No, he has the lazy Death Valley Driver,
yeah.
the lazy
Oh,
Blue
that's-
Thunder
it
Bomb,
used to be the
the
FU.
lazy fist drop.
Yeah.
Like those are his 3 main moves.
The you can't see me.
Yeah, but like he does
Oh,
a fist drop, but not as good as $1 Million Man. He does a Death Valley Driver, not
What
as
about
good
Rock?
as
I
like
mean,
Tommy
Rock
Gun.
only had like very few moves.
But
he
Rock
did
was
them
amazing.
to the max.
The Rock could do
and he
anything.
tore like a
man.
pec and like a hip something.
He just
I don't
tore
know
the
what it
left
was.
side of his
Yeah,
body.
It was like all this muscle was just gone.
Oh my
And
God.
he did it with a choke slam or a splash or something. It was actually in a match with Cena in a WrestleMania match.
Oh,
when that happened,
jeez.
Yeah.
You're kidding? He
All
got
right.
hurt with Cena?
Yeah.
All right, we're running out of time. We got
only a couple of years
we
ago.
got
No,
we
that
got
was
3 more
sarcasm.
categories to get
I
through.
knew-
Yeah, yeah.
Cena
So you
hurts
got
people.
Bailey as your.
So I got
your
Bailey
face.
as the face of
Where are
mine.
you at?
I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch.
Oh, That's a good one. That
I
one's a
gotta-
little.
I'm-
That's a little
I'm
close to
picking
my heart.
Becky.
I mean, come on, look at
Because
that.
she's hot.
Well, no, she's got style.
I know.
Like, and Bailey's
James
just kind
James
of.
is all for that. I got
When I was in high
I got
school,
the guy
there
in
was
the back
punk-
for it too.
When I was in
so.
high school, there was punk
Yeah.
rock chicks and there was hippie chicks, and I gravitated
I have
towards
his
the
vote.
punk rock chicks,
Yeah.
and she's reminding me of punk rock chicks in high school. So
See what I'm
the
saying?
hippie chicks were just like, I love everything, and that's annoying.
So you know what? Our technical director is telling me in my ear that Ray has his vote because of Becky Lynch, probably visibly the best vote. But I'm going to top him. Sasha Banks is my top heel. James, wait till you see this. Look at that.
Not bad, he says.
Not bad. That is
Not
ridiculous.
bad. We got another
I got
judge
a
here.
thing for chicks with really red hair, so. this would be
Sasha
a take.
Banks is
My chick
amazing.
because that's more of a pink. That's more.
All right, so what's your,
Thank you.
So what is your pick,
what is your pick?
Raymond?
What
For
is my
heel?
pick? Oh, for my heel, Asuka.
Asuka from NXT.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm picking her for sure. I'll
There's a
go
lot of
Asuka.
multicolored hair
Yeah.
combinations
I
going
actually
on.
just saw her in St. Pete.
Did you really?
Yeah, dude. It was
Isn't
like-
she awesome?
She's amazing.
She
yeah.
beats the living
I took
crap.
my daughter to the show in St. Pete, and it was like, where was that, man? It was off 49th Street, I think. It's some like military, you know, they're always in some.
Oh,
military.
yeah,
And she was there, and that chick is awesome. Man.
She's amazing.
Badass.
All right, we only got
kick your head
we only
off.
got a couple minutes left, so we got to keep going. Let's go straight into the tag teams. Ray, face tag team. Who would you pick?
American Alpha.
Oh, that's a really good pick. Because I'm a huge fan of the American Alpha.
That is the cheesiest picture ever.
It
of
is
them,
the-
but
They are probably the most solid tag team on the roster, even
They're
though they've never
yeah.
made it up to the main roster yet. But
I don't think
once
it's
they
possible
do,
for them to have a bad match.
oh my
They
god,
remind me of some rejects out of the Powerhouse, though.
no way.
Yeah.
Have you seen these guys work though?
Yeah, I've seen them wrestle.
I think
Yeah.
they're
They're
great.
good. They're
They're-
good.
and I also love
I
World's
got
Greatest
Mark's
Tag
vote.
Team.
I win this round.
Yeah, whatever.
Let me see.
But okay, but my pick
Oh,
is
yeah.
for face. The best promos in all of WWE right now, Enzo and Cass. That's who I picked as my
I
baby
don't
faces.
agree with that. Like,
I-
I think they're good. They're fun to watch. I just don't think they have the best promos. They're all right.
You don't know, man. You just
Yo,
don't know.
soft. I'm just like, all right.
You're
it is
soft.
Soft. I
You're the
get it.
softest. You little softy. I'll kill you.
I'm going with Enzo and Cass, dude.
All right. Yes. Okay. Now, who would you do for heel then?
Me?
Yes.
New Day.
New Day is heels.
As
That's
heels.
interesting.
Once again, Kofi gets mentioned. And I pronounce his name right twice now. Just saying.
Coffee Kingston is part of your pick.
Kingston.
Coffee Kingston.
Look
But
at
it-
Xavier Woods. He
But it's
knows
actually
it's a good idea.
It's smarter
Actually, the
because
only
you
guy-
get 3 guys out of the deal, which I didn't even think about that.
The only
So
guy I
you-
don't like on
I'm
that
thinking,
team is
man.
what's the middle guy's name?
Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods.
Yeah, I don't like him.
He kind of works as more of like their manager than anything else.
Yeah,
you know?
he doesn't really do much.
But
in
he
the
has
ring.
great like he had a match with AJ Styles a couple weeks ago on SmackDown that was awesome. It was like 12 minutes long. It was really good. It was the
'cause
best
AJ
match.
Wasn't he injured for a while? And that's why.
Yeah, he was.
I think he got hurt, and that's why he kind of sat back and
Yeah.
let the other two.
Yeah, but
kinda do
AJ
it.
could carry like a bag of crap. I mean, look at his match.
Did you
with
just call
Cena.
Xavier Woods a bag of crap?
No.
Did you guys know
I
that
no, no
AJ was
offense.
actually, you know that Fifth Avenue
Xavier.
Pawn wrestling show?
Yes.
Did you know that AJ made an appearance right up here on 54 in Newport Richie?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I swear to God he did. I was sitting in there, and he was in the ring. He did like an interview, and then he left.
All right.
So while I'm here, I might as
All
well.
right. So then my pick for heel would be just because I want to keep, because I have an idea going forward. Hopefully it all works out. I'm going to go with the club. So I'm a big fan of Carl Machine Gun Anderson and Luke Gallows. I like
think it's
those
a good
guys,
choice. That's a good choice.
and I think they're a solid pick for a heel tag team.
My choice was better, but that's a good choice.
Well, let's hear your choice.
He did his choice,
I
which
already
was
did 'em
New
both.
Day as heels.
It's New Day.
All
heel,
right.
and
So
it's
American
better.
Alpha and New Day.
It's better. It's better.
American Alpha and New Day versus Enzo and Cass in the club. Who do you
And-
think won this one?
I know he's gonna pick yours because of Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, just Enzo and Cass.
Yes!
I love those guys. They're a lot of fun.
Perfect.
So I guess I got to pick something out of the heel then, or did
No, I mean-
just pick the winner? All right.
Yep.
If you want to, because I
Perfect.
definitely won for the heels.
Well, then I got to go with New Day. If I had to pick a heel.
Another split decision.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, because New Day is. I mean, they're at first they were really annoying, but then once you got warmed up to them, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who are these guys gonna piss off next?
Exactly.
And then it became fun, and then you kind of bought into it. So New Day is good. I'm gonna say a tie between.
All right. Then we'll use this as a tiebreaker. We only have 1 minute left. Main event. Ray, you can go first. Who is your face pick as your face of your company, basically?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Ah! Darn it. Shinsuke
Oh,
Nakamura.
he doesn't have his pick. Boo.
You weren't prepared. All right, Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm very jealous of that pick.
You should be.
It's a very
You should
good
be.
pick.
But it's not the right pick.
But I'm taking Dean Ambrose, so I can keep the title on my show. He's the current champion, brings the belt over here, keeps the title on the show. I'll take it any day.
He's just.
Look at
He's
him.
just a guy in a wife beater.
Yeah.
Like he's nothing really to. I just.
He's a
not
champion.
Just a guy in a wife beater,
just a
though.
guy in a
He is
has
not
so
just a
much
guy in a wife.
psychology, dude.
He's great.
Yeah.
He's the next
Have you
Captain
seen
Jack.
Shinsuke?
Yes, but I mean, I'm a fan of Dean, so.
Shinsuke's
I like
good,
Dean a lot.
but you're also going to deal with that language barrier.
Yeah.
So,
Which
all right.
always hurts really talented
hasn't.
guys that come.
But
from
I
other
mean,
countries,
Shinsuke,
so.
language has not been an issue yet for him. He's still
Not yet, but that's at
You're not
NXT.
going to get any depth out of any kind of storyline with him, though.
I think you could. I
mean,
really think
you're
it
gonna
depends on
need
how
like
it's
a Mr.
played,
Fuji
and it
or
depends on
something.
your heel too. It really depends on your heel.
All right, we have 30 seconds left. Heel pick, Ray. Heel face of the company.
Seth Rollins.
Very good pick, Seth Rollins.
It's the best pick. There's nothing you can choose that's better.
See?
I don't know, because I did this strategically, and I picked the club earlier, just hoping that I could pick AJ Styles as my
Well,
top
you
heel.
picked first. That's why you got AJ Styles.
So I picked AJ Styles as my pick, keep the club together, keep them as my top heel group, put the title on AJ, and eventually put the tag titles.
That's the only one I'm upset about.
And eventually put the tag titles on the club, make them the top heel group in the company, focus all the storylines around them. That's my pick. What do you think about that, Ray?
I'm just mad that you picked first because you got AJ. I would have picked AJ, but
Well, I'm a former Shield guy, so this is pretty tough because I did pick Dean, and I'm also going with Seth Rollins. Because I mean, Seth is he's awesome, man. He's like one of the best guys to come along in a really long time.
he is. He's amazing.
I mean, he's a showstopper.
He's got like the perfect balance.
It's
Like,
not just that. Bro.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, stop trying to work up
he's
your...
got the perfect balance. He's got cool belt buckles.
I've seen him trip. He does not have the perfect balance.
Did you
his
see the
outfit
pic-
is
Did you see the
ridiculous, man.
picture?
Yeah.
Yes, he has
That belt
wonderful
buckle's
belt
awesome.
buckles.
His outfit is like the worst, but I mean, he's
I know
really
it's
good in the
pretty.
ring.
He does look
it's
like
so-
a
it's
jacked up
super
Power
gaudy,
Ranger.
but it's supposed to be.
All right.
It's totally a throwback to
Yeah.
like dudes like Mr. Perfect or Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of vibe they're going with him.
I love
Well,
it.
But
thank you everybody for joining us for this week's episode of Card Subject to Change. This is who we would pick for our respective brands, but we're idiots. So go ahead and if you
Speak for yourself, man.
if you have any picks of your own, please feel
Apollo
free to post
Crews.
them in the comments on our Facebook page, which is
We doing this?
facebook.com/TSC
We doing
Change.
this?
I was trying to inspire some chaos.
Thank you for
The
watching our
two
show
were
this
card
week.
stock.
We'll be
That's why
back.
it flew so well.
We're taking next week off. The week after, we'll be back with Cruiserweight Classic contestant Lindsay Dorado.
Oh,
Thanks.
really? I didn't.
I know, you're surprised.
I won't be here.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys in 2
It's just
weeks.
gonna be him in a mask.